depends on where your franchise is at that particular time. If you're a playoff team, you probably don't give a rookie much time. But if you're young and rebuilding like the Pistons are, you give him a lot of rope, a lot of time, and hope that he learns what the NBA is all about as he grows from one night to the next.
Washington on D, and this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And just to talk about last season, guys, not only did they have trouble with the top teams, they couldn't even beat these guys. I mean, they didn't do it once.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Now here's Wall. No good. Good work defensively by Monroe. And it's Detroit's ball. Jennings kicks to Stuckey. Dishes it to Monroe. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Monroe's got his first 2 points. It really lets the air out of your season when you, Clark, can't chalk up a win against another team that's down in the doldrums.
Yeah, that is frustrating for you. I'm sure everybody wants to put all that behind them, and it's a new season now.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. We went over the matchups in tonight's game, and when we came to Nene, he told me, now there's a player. You just don't find big men with that kind of body who's that light on his feet. I don't know if it's his soccer background, but the way he moves, it's awfully tough to stay between him and the iron. Guys, that's the goal, but we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Back to you.
All right, Doris.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Smith the pass to Drummond. Kicks to Jennings. Pistons passing it around. And Monroe backs in. Over the wall. And Detroit again with the bucket. For the Washington Wizards, they won their last contest, that game against the Heat.
Well, that one was a very physical game, and it played right into their hands. And a lot of their points came at the foul line, Clark.
Yeah, and it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So don't forget about that part of it either. Points in the paint for the Wizards, really a problem area last season. Even with their revamped front court, it was not easy for them to finish at the rim. Maybe a full year of having John Wall healthy will help that because he creates easy scoring opportunities.
Beal dishes to Porter. Wall. Outside for Beal. Feeds it to Porter. And he misses the go-ahead basket. As for the Wizards, as you said, Clark, they ended up being the second worst team in the NBA when it came to points in the paint. But they just couldn't get much going from their bigs down low, Steve.
And some of that was the injury to John Wall early because he's the one who has to set the table for those guys. But look, this is a team that has made some improvements. They're gaining some momentum. They've got some good young talent. I think that area, the points in the paint, is going to improve as this season goes on.
Now here's Jennings. Nene unable to get his shot to go. And Monroe backs in. Stuckey kicks to Jennings. Offensive rebound. Drummond. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Washington's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Nene the pass to Porter. Beal. Outside. Wall. Off target from outside.
For most of the start of the Wizards' 2012-13 campaign, the question was Wizards.
A few slots below them.
Well, I think for Washington, you know, they've got to take a step back and just try to pinpoint where things went south for them this season. They're in a tough spot.
But it's so hard to figure that out in the midst of the season, Clark. You got games coming night after night. There's just no time to figure it out. You just have to try to right the ship and get things moving.
And a foul called on the shot.
Wins. That would have been the worst in the league by far. The second record is on pace for 40 wins.
Jack right there.
Well, we saw what Michael Beasley was able to accomplish back at Kansas State. Tremendous production that led him to become the #2 pick in the 2008 NBA draft. But he's yet to make that kind of an impact in the NBA. He still needs to put it together and be more consistent.
And Clark, when you think about Michael Beasley, who, by the way, is a great friend of Kevin Durant, they grew up together in the Washington, D.C. area. And Beasley with that tremendous natural talent. What does he need to do to really unleash it?
Well, I think part of it is just attitude and effort on a consistent basis because he's a terrific scorer. Has not rebounded at the level in the NBA that he did in college, and that's a mindset. But I think he's just got to really commit to giving the effort consistently.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Greg Oden back on the court. Boy, it's been a long road. Knee surgery after knee surgery. But at this point, it's just good to see him out on the court playing the game.
Oden, of course, the former #1 overall pick back in 2007. Taken by the Blazers, you hope somehow, some way, he can stay healthy and really get to have an NBA career.
Yeah, well, I certainly can empathize with that young man having my career cut short due to knee trouble. And hopefully his age and additional surgery will give him a chance to get back out onto the court and see if he can have an NBA career. I'm hopeful that's the case. Your heart breaks for this young man because when he was healthy, he was showing you the kind of force he could be defensively and on the backboard for a team at this level.
Now here's Pierce. Dishes it to Garnett. Wide open. That's good.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Williams. Cole's shot is good. Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Williams kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Garnett. Passes to Williams. Here's with a screen for Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a three. Rebound by Oden.
And guys, you know the story. Erik Spoelstra, coach of the Heat, a guy who worked his way from the ground up with this organization. I mean, from video coordinator to advanced scout, assistant coach, then director of scouting. Over 13 years, finally becomes the head coach and has shown himself to be very much a good fit for that position.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
Here's Cole. Can't hit. Williams with the defensive effort. Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
And, you know, going back to Erik Spoelstra, what a job he's done over the last couple of years with all of that pressure after the acquisition of LeBron James. So much scrutiny and criticism, but he handled it beautifully. He got his team playing its best when they needed to be playing their best, and they were able to capture that championship a year ago. What a run.
Here's Beasley following the basket by Brook Lopez. Shot from 12. Allen, that's good. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Erik Spoelstra. He had a lot of praise to extend Joe Johnson's way, and with each compliment, it presented a concern for his defense. He knows Joe is one of the most explosive scorers in the league and can hurt you in a lot of different ways on the floor. We'll see if he can hurt them in this one, guys.
All right, Doris. Cole's shot is good.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Well, everybody knows about the big three in Miami with James Bosh and Wade. I think the question going forward with the new CBA really penalizing teams for going deep into the luxury tax, it'll be interesting to see how Miami handles that going forward, because those three guys make up the vast majority of their salary cap. So adding other players may be difficult.
So they take the lead.